So yeah, in this video today we're gonna talk about fighter pay. Fighter pay in the UFC is very, very controversial topic, but all around we know that it sucks. Let's be real, it sucks. It's no NBA pay, it's no NFL, probably not even NHL, probably not baseball. I mean, baseball is actually the highest paid, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, yeah. So fighter pay isn't really that good. Recently, Sean O'Malley, who fought at the White House and got a second round KO against Amin Zahabi, has been talking about this fighter pay thing.
Bonus, which is in considering what had happened in the co-main and main, it's fine. But that big of a moment, knocking out a Canadian in front of Trump, in front of the White House, hitting a salute before he even falls. I'm like, that's just wild that wasn't a bonus moment.
Sting a little bit. That's the one night that there's the opportunity to make $450K in bonuses. I think Justin cashed out $850K in bonuses.
I don't know how accurate it is, how much fighters make, and it said yours was 600K. I'm not a pocket watcher. I know you got it like that. I'm just curious.
It's close-ish.
You've obviously fought for a lot more money previously with your
title fights were more money for sure.
Does that mess with you at all when you go in there and you're fighting for a lot less than you're used to?
It definitely sucks. Aljo fight, challenger, I wasn't defending the belt, so it was decent. The Cheeto one was more. Then the Rob one was more, and then the Rob one was less. And then the Song one was like way less. And then this one was around the same.
I saw like Pereira, he's making what they say 10 million. I'm like, well, shit.
I mean, he should. I think he should be. Do I think he made 10 million? No shot in hell. I mean, Dana said he lost 60. He put 60 million on for this card. So I would.
The fact that Sean O'Malley did not even get paid $1 million for this fight is insane. I mean, he's at the freaking White House. He's at the White House. He gets an insane KO, second round KO. Does the salute. It's like this huge moment. He only gets what, 600K. And there's another video that Sean posted about the pay and the controversy. And apparently he didn't even get paid 600K. And he said he wishes he got paid that amount. I mean, this is crazy. This is like the biggest card in UFC history as turn of like magnitude. Probably not pay-per-view. I mean, they don't do pay-per-views, but probably not in terms of viewers, but like how much money they spent for an event. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it is the most watched. I'm not sure, but still, the fact that they're like underpaying these fighters is insane. Like what do they have to do now? What do they have to do to get paid more?
Eddie Hearn, my team's been telling me that hey, this is kind of going viral. You need to address it. All right. 600K, that's what they said I made. I wish I made 600K, but I didn't. But you know what I did do is I started doing well, and that's how I'm trying to make some money. So if you guys go to doingwell.health, you can support me and help me pay my bills.
So yeah, man, you seen that right there. Sean O'Malley didn't even make 600K, which is crazy because this guy is like, I'd say he's the third biggest star on the pay-per-view, not pay-per-view, the card. White House card besides just under Alex Pereira and Ilia Topuria. And he's the only one who won too out of those three, right? So man, Dana White, obviously we can see why people don't like him. We can see why Eddie Hearn hates him. He's severely underpaying these fighters like badly. Like I knew it was bad, but like damn. It's the clip about Eddie Hearn talking about the fighter pay and like Sean or whatever. So yeah.
Sean O'Malley stuff yesterday. You've literally got guys that are making more for an 8-round fight against a guy that I would beat than Sean O'Malley fighting at the White House.
Yeah, that's insane. Like boxing pay, comparatively, boxing pay is like. I mean, I heard Tyson Fury got paid $100 million just to fight Usyk in one of the fights, which is insane. That's more than probably every single UFC fighter, not combined, but like whoever was the highest paid UFC fighter, that's more than their entire career, right?
Yeah, he said 600K. You said that on the Full Send podcast.
I mean, it just doesn't make sense. And those guys need to stop being suppressed. I'm just shocked by the kind of mindset of, oh, well, there's nothing else we can do, really. It is what it is. If we don't do it, we're just going to get benched.
Eddie Hearn is completely right when he says this. Like, these fighters are getting severely underpaid. They're putting their lives on the line every single time. And they're not getting paid. Like, I heard this statistic where it's like UFC pays the fighters the least amount percentage out of all other like sporting companies like NBA, NFL, like all of them. Like their profit, they pay the smallest percentage to the fighters, which doesn't make sense at all. I mean, every time someone brings up to Dana White, they just say something like, Dana just says, "Oh, see what the other companies had," but like they're still good. Like, just still good MMA. Like you still got the PFL, you still got one sometimes. You got MVP now, which probably did decent, I'd say, and probably paid way more. Indies, it's just the stars all go to the UFC, and the UFC has always been the biggest thing, because they were basically first, right? Or they bought out, they bought out something. The other big companies and became one. Not one SC. They bought up the company and became the biggest one, and it's always been the biggest MMA promotion. So it's always going to be like that. It's all the best fighters are going over there. You get the most recognition. So yeah, that's why everyone wants to go there.
We've got to do it, really. I can't understand that. Like guys like Sean O'Malley, the guy's a superstar. The guy's a phenomenal fighter. He's just been made to feel like, what, and there's a guy fighting on an undercard and like the fourth fight in an 8-round boxing fight that's making more than you. You've just fought at the White House and you've just done an incredible performance.
That's insane. I didn't even know boxers get paid. Like, I thought Eddie Hearn was talking about like a guy in the main event who's fighting a bum. But if these guys are getting paid more when they're getting set up to win the fight too, they're fighting cans because they're trying to build them up. It's insane. When O'Malley, he's brings in some of the most eyes. He has the biggest fight in bantamweight history, I'm pretty sure, which is Cheeto O'Malley 2, UFC 299. And he's like a massive like superstar. This guy needs to get paid more. I mean, I know that's easy to say. There's probably, I mean, Dana White, he wastes so much money. I heard this guy went on a bender once and lost $3 million just in gambling. So it's like, obviously this guy doesn't care too much about the fighters.
You're putting your health on the line. You're the talent. You're the reason this organisation is what it is. The whole thing, and I see it more and more now across the UFC, across the White House. Why aren't these guys there? The reason they're not there is because they don't want them to feel like they're a star. They don't want them to feel like they have value. The likes of Sean O'Malley. He could walk around in New York City. He'd get mobbed. They're paying fighters $10, $15 million for fights. They could walk around New York City. No one would even know who they are.
Yeah, bro. It's insane. Like, genuinely. Like, Dana White, bro, he can't keep getting away with this. It's horrible. Like, I thought boxers were just overpaid, but no, it's just MMA fighters. At least in the UFC, I heard PFL pay is actually good. But in the UFC, they're getting severely underpaid.
So you need to grow some balls, and you need to start fighting for what's right for you and your career. And making sure you're respected for putting your life and your health on the line when you step through the octagon.
See, I bet a lot of fighters would want to do this, but if they do this, they're gonna get treated poorly. They might get like kicked out the UFC. They might get more unfavorable matchups, or they might hold their contract even longer, right? I know they do that with Bryce Mitchell. They had him fight once a year. I mean, that's because completely separately, but like that's like similar, like a similar punishment could happen. But obviously, there's two different reasons. What Bryce Mitchell did was pretty bad, but I don't still think that was justified to not let him fight.
Because you are the value, you are the talent, you are the star. Even Conor McGregor. Do you realise how powerful you are in this situation? I can't believe what I'm listening to, Conor McGregor. I'm like, wait, you're not the kind of guy who say, well, we met in the middle. You're the guy who says, sit there and go, I took him to the bank, baby, because I know what I am. I'm Conor McGregor. But then you got other guys saying I made 400, 500, 600. It's like,
Yeah, man, it's bad. Conor McGregor, he's like the most paid, but he's also the most underpaid. This guy literally helped the UFC so much. He's the biggest star in the sport, biggest combat sports star, probably. I'd say he's in that, like, as a name, he's in that like Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali type popularity. Probably not as much as them, but for MMA, definitely he helped build the UFC so much, man. He's a pioneer of the sport. He made the company 100 times bigger. Without Conor, it wouldn't even be as close as where it is now. And he still is only getting, well, I'm saying only, but he's probably still getting like a crap ton of money compared to like just me or like an average Joe on the street. But this is why he wants to leave to go do boxing, but they're holding up his contract. Like the clip, I remember there's this clip of him talking about his next fight, not the Max Holloway fight, which is happening July, I want to say 11th or something, early July. It's happening early July. He's saying they locked in his fight after that in April of next year, which is insane. They're trying to hold this guy as long as possible because they know he wants to get out of his contract. He wants to fight his way out, and that's why they didn't let him fight so soon after he broke his toe during the Michael Chandler build-up, and he had to pull out the fight, right? So yeah, it's really messed up, dude. So yeah, that's just what I want to talk about in this video. UFC fighter pay, Sean O'Malley and Eddie Hearn exposing the pay. So yeah, see you in the next video. Goodbye.